Hey, what's up everyone, so welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna show you my top 3 games for Android devices. And these games, they actually have some pretty good graphics and they are not so heavy as other games where you need top of the line specs, which this LG G3 back in 2014 it had top of the line specs, but today it's not really that top, but it still can run the games more than fine. And I choose this top 3 because I wanted to choose different games, so racing games, FPS games and also football, so for everyone that has different tastes. And this Cyberline Racing, it's on my top 1 because the game can be played on offline mode, which most of the games these days they don't have offline mode and you need to be always online, which for example when you go to school or you go to work or to university or in the train or bus, whatever, and you want to play some games but you don't have internet, then you can't play. But with this one, how it's offline, you can play it offline, and the graphics are actually pretty good. I like the graphics, and the game, it's not really that heavy, it runs more than fine on my LG G3. And how it's a racing game, it's more or less like any other racing games. You control it with the sensor of the phone, and then on the left screen you swipe up to have a boost, and on the left screen you swipe up and down to shoot, which I like actually this game because this game remembers me of the movie Dead Race. And the main objective of the game is of course ending on the first place, but it's not really about the speed, it's more about killing the enemies, which the aim goes automatically and locks into the enemy cars. And you can also shoot the cars behind you as well by swiping down on the right side. And if you don't take the points from the map, then you'll run out of ammo or out of guns. There's many different missions, you can buy cars from the game, choose the car you want. Of course you can buy the cars with the money from the game itself. At the moment I have 20k and I only can buy the cars that have the price until 20k. There are a lot more cars of course, but you're gonna unlock them once you have more money and once you play more races and races. Not every map on the game looks as beautiful as my first map. The second map I play, it looks too much information on the screen, but even still the graphics are more than fine. And what I like about this game is the smoothness of when you rotate or when you like turn left or right. The car just turns so smoothly, rarely you crash into the walls. I really like how they made the game to rotate so smooth, and the game deserves to be on the spot 1 because it has good graphics, it's possible to play it offline, and it's just fun to race and to shoot enemies. And on the number 2 spot we have Mission Impossible, which takes the name from the movie Mission Impossible. And the game, it's not really like Mission Impossibles. Maybe when you go and make more missions and more missions, maybe it will be impossible, but at the moment it's not really that impossible. And I choose the game to be on the spot 2 because I like FPS games, but the FPS games on the phone, on the touch screen, they are not really that smooth to play. You kind of have to play it with 2 fingers and the joystick on the left side doesn't really always answer, but the game is really fun to play, and the graphics are also okay. They are not insane, but they're fine, the graphics, and it runs fine on my phone. Which the missions at the moment, at the beginning, they are kind of small. You just go and kill some enemies, they kind of end fast. What I don't like about this game is that the main menu sometimes kind of hangs out, freezes when you go and purchase the guns, or you want to just go into menu. It kind of freezes so many times. I hope they will kind of bring some fixes for that. But overall the game deserves its spot because it looks really cool, and you can play in third person view, and then you can like slide from spot to spot. Killing enemies, it's pretty easy in the first missions of course. I'm not sure how it will be in future missions, but I really like how they build this game. I only don't like the enemies, that sometimes the enemies, it's like they are blind, they don't see you, but overall the games deserve its spot. And on the number 3 we have some football game. I'm not really a fan of football games, but this FIFA Mobile, it got released like a few weeks ago, maybe 1-2 months, not really 2 months, but the game is pretty addictive to play because you can almost do everything on the game. You can change your team, buy new players, play competitive with another players online, or play competitions, go training. The game is actually pretty fun for a mobile game. You choose the team you want to play, like any football game. Like I said, I'm not really a football fan, so I'm not really that good at the football, but I think the game deserves its spot because it wasn't released long time ago, and the graphics are also pretty good for a mobile game and for a football game, because the game has also packs. You can unlock packs, and from those packs you get players or you get strats and stuff like that. I'm not really a fan of always changing the team and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm not a football fan, but I think the game deserves its spot because overall what's most important about the game is that it runs smooth, the graphics are okay, and overall it's a fun game like any football that just go and you want to score goals more and more. The controls on the screen, sometimes it's easy to score or easy to pass, but sometimes it's hard to control the player, or it's hard to take the ball from the enemy. You have the joystick on the left screen, and on the right screen you have the sprint button and the shoot button and the pass button, of course, or you can just press on a team player and it will pass to that player that you pressed on it. But to shoot you can swipe or just press on the button to shoot. Overall the game, it deserves the number 3 spot because it's a fun game, the graphics are fine, and overall runs smooth.